Good morning.
Good morning. This is a fancy setup. Oh my God. Okay.
You can adjust the seat.
Yeah, there you go.
Here.
क्या हो रहा है?
सर आप कॉलर माइक लगाएं, आप इजी ले लेते हैं.
Collar of a dog. मैं यहाँ लगा लेता हूँ. Okay, good. आप छुपा लेता हूँ. Like a nice woman.
You don't need to.
अच्छा जी.
How are you?
I'm great. Just a little tired, but I'm all right.
You alright? Okay, hang on. Let's have everything set. कुछ बोलें सर?
Hello, check 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you and your low baritones.
है ना? काम आता है बड़ा. एक बार मैं दुबई में शूट कर रहा था. And पाकिस्तानियों की तरह ना we just ended up at a location and I liked it. It was strings. It was a strings music video.
कमाल कर रहे हैं. Strings music video और gorilla.
It was not gorilla. I mean, we had lined up locations, but it was really hot, like really hot, like 50 degrees or something like that.
Okay.
And we also had the great Hariharan with us. From इसको silent करना पड़ेगा. Sorry.
It's alright.
Apologies. हम एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जा रहे थे and we're like let's take a lunch break. We took a lunch break and then I saw this really nice patio kind of location. It's like I want to shoot here. And then we found out कि वो तो किसी कंपनी की प्रॉपर्टी है और कहा कि ऑफिस ऊपर ही है आप चले जाएं. So I went upstairs and in my lovely low baritone I spoke to that lady and she was like it's all right, please go ahead and shoot. I was like अच्छा ठीक है. So it works. हमने जाना वहाँ से था but सही है. I like breaking the law at times.
अच्छा मुझे बड़ा you know what, I'm not one to break the law but I can't anymore because this gentleman is also blocking me.
We made a mistake but that's all right.
Yes, I did.
Is it hot today or is it your car? It's your car. अब मैं लाहौरी हो गया हूँ ना तो मुझे ठंड नहीं लगती.
You want to take off the screen? थोड़ी सी लाइट शायद बेहतर है.
हाँ sure. I don't approve of screens. अच्छा.
Right.
So what are we doing?
We're just talking. First of all, I want to ask you कि आपने ये रेड जैकेट कुछ खास सोच के पहनी क्योंकि मैंने ये रेड टच खास तौर पे दिया.
Okay, so
I think it's kind of cool that attract, you know, very cinematic.
My first red jacket ever. I don't know अगर बचपन में मेरी अम्मा ने पहनाई हो कभी. You know, बचपन में when आप छोटे होते हैं तो आपके parents unless they are cool वो आपको बहुत horrible कपड़े पहनाते हैं. I had an orange shirt with 2 muffler kind of things hanging from here and I hated that shirt. और मेरी अम्मा हर दावत में पहना के लेके जाती थी because it looked nice. So this was my first red jacket. I was shooting अभी couple of months back in Turkey and I said मैंने कभी कोई चीज़ wow, that was cool.
Very cool.
So wow, and he didn't even like say sorry or something.
नहीं उसकी गलती नहीं. I'm in the wrong.
तो yeah, this is why I got the red jacket. I think कि मुझे कुछ तो ज़रा extravagant होना चाहिए अपने कपड़ों में. I also wear these shoes जिसमें orange lines होती हैं. तो अब मैं आहिस्ता आहिस्ता कलर की तरफ आ रहा हूँ because my life is blue, black and grey. And now I started buying these army green shirts because I started liking the color. Anyways, what's happening?
Well, what's happening is that I am trying to get out of my own shell.
Okay.
And I thought, why not talk to people to help me do that?
That's the best thing.
And I don't, as you know, बहुत chatty हैं मैं और मराम तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा.
Okay.
बहुत बातें करते हैं.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
तो इसीलिए अपने आप को सिखा रही हूँ कुछ.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what we're doing. So what we're doing with you is बताएं सर आप who are you?
Yeah, I finally I think at this point I won't say age. I really don't know who I am. 2 रात पहले मैंने सड़क पे से एक आदमी से मिकी माउस वाली लाइट वाले एक हेडबैंड खरीदा जिसमें लाइटें जलती हैं. And I wore it and I went to get myself some sushi. And I walked into a restaurant in chappals with a pajama that has flowers on it. And no jacket, no nothing, just a shawl and a t-shirt. It's really cold, but strangely I didn't, I was fine. I didn't feel that it was chilly or cold. And then I got my friends some dessert, and I sat there and I had it. And there were people there.
With the headband on.
With that band on and the lights
With the Mickey
blinking.
Mouse ears.
Mickey Mouse ears and, the lights are blinking.
Oh, how
And
you were fine. You were comfortable. You weren't self-conscious.
One of them thought that I'm trying to stand out in the crowd, and absolutely not. And I realized when I came back home or to my hotel room, I realized that it didn't bother me at all. I actually felt, what's the right word? Liberated.
Yes.
To do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So, and I'm really not interested in shocking people. I don't have the energy to do that. I won't say time because that will sound like pompous. Is that also our mistake?
No.
So, so
I was being sarcastic previously. It was not my mistake. The guy cut me off.
Yes, absolutely. If this was 3 years back, I would follow him, stop him, make him apologize. But
Achha, just 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. I started meditating 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, a lot changed. So I don't know who I am, and especially now that I have zero responsibility in life, because my kids are grown up, I really don't care about anything. I just I do whatever I like. I say whatever I like. Always had like a filter issue. But now it's like, I'm not rude. I'm just really, I like to think that I'm black and white to the point. Yes, no, please. I don't like your face. I don't want to meet you. So that's that. And that's
No more BS, huh? No tolerance for
I
it.
think I'm done, maybe. I think I'm done with BS. I wouldn't want to say that. Otherwise, I'll settle it physically. Let's just talk. But no, I want peace, and I'm enjoying this, and and I like not meeting people. I mean, I love meeting you, but I like not meeting people and being alone for
Long stretches
months.
of time.
Yes, and don't talk like at all, and just everything is just sort of inwards. Talk to myself, and that's great. That's about it. What else?
What led you to wanting to meditate or calming down or?
I think I was looking for peace, more inner peace, and I think.
Were you too wired, and you just needed to
Yes,
calm down?
I needed to calm down. Maybe yes. I was stressing a lot. I was not anxious, but I was just I overthink. So
You?
I overthink. I used to. Mainly about work. Okay, how is this going to happen? What if this happens? And then I had to stop because whatever you believe just happens. And I had to stop that. So I was thinking about the wrong things. Okay? The shoot might stop, it might rain.
And it
something
would.
might, and yeah, at times
Something
it
would, yeah.
So I just, I had to stop that. And generally, just for my own well-being, I had to sort of become a better person maybe and be more positive and so I think it really helped, and the people who got me onto this were just I think this is the best thing that has happened to me.
It's funny you should say that because almost 3 years ago, वैसे तो quite a few years ago, a friend of ours, like Maram school ka friend,
Right.
who popped into our lives
Right.
very randomly.
Right.
But he's got this amazing, some higher level consciousness happening. And he
Yes.
kind of sensed it in me and Maram.
Okay.
And then he would, off and on, he would just randomly call us up in very high stress situations. And he'd say, what's going on? How are you doing? Come over. And
Yes.
he would really calm us down. We would then take time. And it would freak us out. Okay, wow. It's like I'm sensing something's happening. Something's wrong with you guys.
Yep.
So he would do that, and to our utter shock, it was true. We were in such situations where we were too wired or too stressed out. And then around 3 years ago, when I was literally physically manifesting a breakdown,
Yeah.
because आपका stress फिर internalize हो के पता नहीं क्या बन रहा होता है.
Yeah.
He said, you know, calm down, come over, and we talked, and he just like got me into writing the gratitude journal,
Yes.
and it has changed my life quite a lot. I'm not zen yet, like Maram says, you're not, because there are triggers still.
Yeah.
And but it has been literally for me as well around 3 years that I'm discovering this new way of at least waking up and dealing with the day, if nothing
Yes.
else.
With a smile, I guess.
Yeah. Try to.
It's just I feel it's magical, and I spoke to a friend of mine. I think last year maybe, I don't remember, but I was talking to her, and I was like, "What if I tell you that I get answers when I ask questions? I get answers." She started laughing, and that's how disconnected we are
Yeah.
from the inner world.
Yeah.
And we are connected and wired, as you say. We're all about what we can see.
Mm-hmm.
So that suddenly changed overnight. I had an entire bedside drawer of all sorts of medicine for like stomach ache and nausea and fever and whatnot. The first thing that happens, like because that's dependency. I just got rid of it. I just threw everything away. Gave it to my house help. It's like just take them. So there's no medicine in the house. So you do it yourself. So and now 3 years later, if you have a headache, you just tell yourself you don't have a headache. It just goes away. Your system accepts. Your mind accepts and says, okay, fine. And it is the most powerful machine in the world, more than any supercomputer. I mean, look at the amount of data we store, and you would have the most distant memory of when you fell from the stairs and your mother. How would you remember that stuff with so much information coming in every day? It's just
Absolutely.
there's no stopping to it. And it's like you driving back home on a long outdoor shoot day. You don't even realize you drive back home.
Yeah.
You are not looking at maps.
Nothing. Muscle memory.
It's just it's just your mind controlling everything.
Yep.
And you're talking and you're having your black coffee, and it's like, let's go home, I'm tired. That is something like, it's really, really magical that you're home. And so I think it really helps. It also helps in dealing with people. You suddenly stop judging. You don't judge them, and you read them, and you sort of weigh or observe their energy. ये कैसा है? And you instantly know you don't want to meet this person again. You don't want to hold his hand. You don't want to hug him or her, or you don't want to talk to this person again. You don't want to deal with this person. No business, no work, nothing. That has really, so the people who work with me they work with me. They don't work for me, they work with me. And because at times I really, I don't lose my cool, but I have if you're going to beep this, like if I love someone, one of the team boys, I'll call them, "Oi," and he'll smile. He will not say, "Why are you calling me a?" He'll just come, and I'll say, "Let's take this shot." Okay, boss, no problem. And then I asked them one day. I sat them down. I was like, "Listen, I keep abusing you guys. I call you, hey idiot, hey fools, don't do that." So, and every time I say something like that, they laugh. They'll do it right, but they'll laugh. So I know they know that I don't mean it. I just, that's the way I talk. So yes, it's really changed my life. It's really helped me. I hope that by the time I'm next year I'm going to be 50. Wow, that's half a century. I'm 2% better than and a notch above where I am right now. So that's that.
And
I remembered suddenly called message this morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
No, you and I
Yeah.
had a very difficult time in New York.
Yes, we did.
And we used to get up in the morning and go to Manhattan and just walk, check
Oh.
out. We also went to a graveyard.
Yes, we did.
And it is the
On the
best.
oh my god, on the coldest day, I think.
On the coldest day.
Of my
and
ears,
we-
I can't forget the feeling. मेरे कान जम गए थे.
Yeah.
It was icy.
And there was
wind.
this
Oof.
store that we used to go to. There's some cafe where I used to get my juice. You got
I
your
think
coffee.
it was Lola's.
And I think Lola's. Lola's was that you got mail cafe.
I think.
It is that?
I think.
You got mail or some other movie. This is a very famous cafe. So we used to go there and we would walk. So I suddenly, it was like a deja vu. It's like, okay, me and her again, but
Yes.
this time
In
in Lahore, in a car. Instead of
sardi
walking
hai.
on the streets of Manhattan, freezing and
Oh my God.
haath jam rahe hain and
Of that
going to-
beautiful church that you
we
took
went
us
to
to.
a church. And remember, we asked them if we can shoot here.
Yes.
And they said, yes, you can, but they were not really sure about it.
Yeah.
Those are the. I really. Ooh, wow, man. What is this? A game? Is this Space Invaders? So, I really. I strangely, I don't know about you, but I really miss New York. I don't know why. My weekends were the most amazing thing. I used to pack my food at times with my kids or without them. I was in Brooklyn, you were in Long Island, I think.
Staten Island.
Staten Island. I used to go to Manhattan, sit in Union Station, have my sandwich homemade and listen to music, come back at night. It was just, man, I cannot do that here. I really miss that. And that's why I like going to Turkey again and again, because that has that vibe. Just walk, sit on the street, have your Turkish chai and just watch people and just, so I'm going again for something, and one of my cast members are like, so what are you going to do? Like, they're excited that we're going to party. And it's like, I'm not going to do anything. You'll find me in one store or in one cafe that's here in the corner of Istiklal. I just sit there for hours, for 6 hours. They keep bringing tea and baklava, and now they know me, so we have this. They don't even charge me at times.
Do you see a
The
train?
orange, yes, very futuristic.
It's not New York, but we have.
Yeah, I won't take the train, but yeah, I'd still appreciate. I love the development in Punjab, by the way. I'm really, really impressed. As much as I disagree with the politicians, I really love what they've done with this entire region, from across like to Multan to Islamabad. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Sindh is really, really neglected. Like, not even a stepchild. Like, like a gali ka janwar, and nothing's happening. There's not a single road like this in Karachi, and really, really, which is the reason I'm moving to Lahore. It's like, I'm just done. Need to live in a better city. You make that much money, you work hard, and at night you go back on that really dilapidated khaddon wali road. And if it rains in Karachi, then your life is over. You're in an episode of Mad Max, which is all about water. There's too much water and people don't want that much water. Like that. So how are you? Do you miss New York? How's everything? Are you happy? That's my first question nowadays, by the way.
I'm happy. I have.
Brand endorsement.
I mean, why wouldn't I be? Is what I've learned with time.
Yeah.
I was severely unhappy before. Because I was caught up in my past, and because of my brother's death, my father's death, so I was just stuck in that, and it's been 7 years. Can you imagine? So it's only been recent that I've kind of.
I know.
So मुझे New York तो it just faded for me. That wasn't something that I could even think about, because when I moved, literally a few months later, all of this started happening. So New York क्या miss करना और क्या करना.
10 years ago. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So हम almost
I moved back 12. When did you move back? 13.
13.
13.
13, which is
9
not,
years ago.
So, I started realizing, okay, this is whoever I'm with right now, whoever I have around me, वो हैं, मैं हूँ, that's it.
It's the now.
It is.
Again, I mean, yes, obviously personal strategies are very important and crucial, and you know, they sort of
they shape you,
shape us at times. But again, this is the gift of, you know, the kind of process I've been in the last 3 years. So I stopped going to my father's grave because I believe he's not there. There's a vessel there, probably just a skeleton or something. But he left the moment he passed away. He was gone. And now we're just doing whatever we have to do, the rituals and all of that with the body, and you know, put it to rest. But at the same time, so the person who got me started on this, it's like you could talk to him whenever you want. He's right now with you in the room, whenever you want. Just close your eyes and just, you know, so because there's nothing there. The whole agarbatti regime, going to Qabristan and doing all of that, you can do that at home because he's gone. And he's a part of that energy again. And so I stopped doing that. And see, different things work for different people. It really works for me. So I can remember it, and I didn't have, I'm sure you had a great relationship with your dad. I didn't even share a very strong bond or a very nice relationship with my father. But in his last couple of years, before he left, we started connecting. So I miss him a lot, on and off. And I'm a father now. I have a 26-year-old son. So I realized how he used to feel when he used to say, "Come to Lahore, I miss you." It's like, I'm working. So, because now when my son says, "Hello, what do you want? Is this important? No, I'm just checking on you. Yeah, I'm fine. All right, bye." So at times I feel,
now you can relate.
Just go to his office and beat the hell out of him. But then at the same time, I love that he's working and all of that. But the thing is that if you miss your father or your brothers, you can talk to them. You just have to try a little harder. They probably, this guy. I think it's a mix of Space Invader and Tetris. So you know,
Strategy X.
You can just remember them, and you can just talk to them, and at one point you just feel that they're there. And this background music is really helping. We should have a beat to it, like this. So and another thing that I learned, which I really hope that you agree with, we are the cause of our unhappiness.
Absolutely.
Nobody else can do that. They don't have the power.
Yep.
You make yourself unhappy.
Yeah.
You control everything.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why, you know, the entire process of creating human being or man or woman or whatever was in conflict, that there was so much power given to us as, you know, whatever we call ashraful makhluqat. I mean, whatever you manifest is going to happen at times instantly. So if you're manifesting a car accident, some fool is going to come and hit you because you're attracting that energy. Come hit me.
It is true. I'll tell you something extremely freaky. So once a few years ago, I was really missing my dad.
Okay.
Because I was passing by government college, and you know, I remembered all his stories about college and Ravians, and you know, aise hota tha, waise hota. And just that moment, I went so deep into, you know, his memory, and I was like, you know, he used to speak so fondly about everybody, and I had some music on the radio, and I think it was I don't know who was playing, but I remembered my father talking about Noor Jahan and Farida Khanum, and you know, like
just interconnected.
And I was like, I really want to meet Farida Khanum because she would remember my dad, because my dad was also into music. He used to sing, by the way.
Okay.
For a while.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So him and his friend, they had a duet band. Band kya kahungi, they were singers.
One day Heather was so amazing with his guitar.
Yeah.
I think he was wonderful.
Yeah, it's a little more than that. My taya is Khayyam,
What?
the music composer. My saga taya. So yeah,
Okay.
it's some serious genes.
Man, Khayyam Saab is God.
Yes, he is.
What are you saying? What are you saying? I did not know that. What? Are you
Assalamu alaikum. Nice to meet
suddenly?
you.
I'm like, I want to clean your car, and like, I says, Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Badi gaadi aa gayi hai. It's like, Khayyam Saab is like, Khayyam Saab is Kabhi Kabhi. Khayyam Saab is Umrao Jaan.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God. And okay, so I have to quickly tell you a story, and then you finish your story. I was doing a project with Yusuf Saab, Yusuf Sali. And there was something, I was going to Bahawalpur for a shoot, and he was at some other house. He was not at the Haveli. And I'm traveling to Bahawalpur. It's like I need to stop on the way and meet you. So then I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm shooting, it's surreal, really surreal. I'm shooting Reshma ji's last music video.
Oh.
After that, she passed away.
Oh.
So I met her in
Oh my
in the
gosh.
final stages. She could not perform. We got her. She came from a chemo session.
Oh my
For
God.
30 minutes, and we shot her on a film, and I had to she didn't even remember the songs, but she was just beautiful.
Beautiful.
We got a comb for her to fix her hair and all of that. So I go to meet Yusuf at one of these, some house in Model Town or whatever. I said, come in, I have some people in and I'll introduce you to them. I walk in,
Yeah.
and there is Muzaffar Ali inside. The Muzaffar Ali.
My goodness.
It's like, well, I was like, Yusuf bhai? It's like, yeah, he's here. This bridal couture happening. He's brought his collection. I was like, that's all right, great. But he made Umrao Jaan. I was like, sir, it's like, yeah, come. And this entire thing. So today is another like, Khayyam is my taya. And Yash Chopra used to work in our house, make tea for us. It's like, okay, great. Man, I mean, I've known you for like how long now? I don't know, like what, 10, 15?
Yeah,
20
more
years?
than 15 years, I think.
Yeah, we met in, I think, 09, I guess. 09, I guess.
Really?
I started coming to Lahore. Yeah, something like that.
I think a bit earlier, because Maram's been doing a lot of your music video stuff.
8 maybe?
Yeah.
8, 9, 8, 18. Man,
So,
and I
over
did
10
not
years.
know that. Okay, wow. So this is going to be, I'm going to write something about it. After 15 years, I found out Khayyam is her taya.
Well, because that's the thing, we've always, we always meet at work. And it's just never...
We don't talk about ourselves.
we never talk about ourselves.
That is another thing I like about Lahore. I find people really warm here. Really, really warm. And not because I'm on a trip or I'm working here or I'm here for a project. But that was the reason I moved back 10, 15, 12 years ago to Lahore. Because I mean, people are going to get offended in Karachi now, and they anyways we don't meet, and they'll be like, you don't like Karachi guys now. You like Lahoris. But this particular trip, there's been so much unconditional love. Like random people who meet you for the first time, who have nothing to do with you. You're never going to work with them.
Yeah.
There's no business involved. Would send
तो वो तो प्यार से मिलेंगे
food
ना.
for you. No.
मैं
Like,
बता रही हूँ ना.
I'm talking to you, and this person hears that I'm talking about, I'm done with this bloody bahar ka khana. I want some nice aloo ke parathe and some makhan. And this man would send a hot pot with some aloo ke parathe and ghar ka makhan. Sohail bhai, मैंने सुना था आपको खाना घर का ही चाहिए होता है. ये घर का. This is amazing. So you started missing your dad, or you started connecting?
Yeah.
You wanted to meet Farida Khanum.
Because I was passing by government college, and I started thinking about my dad, and I was like, he was into music, he loved music, and wouldn't it be nice if I could meet Farida Khanum and just kind of talk about my dad with her?
Yeah.
And while driving, I'm still on that damn road.
Yeah.
Ali Sethi calls and says, hey, how are you doing? Kaise ho tum log? Are you guys free? I want to do something with Farida Khanum ji, so kab kar sakte hain?
Wow.
I went cold while driving. I can see GC in my view.
Yes.
And this man calls.
Yes.
And I said, Ali, hang on. Before I say, I mean, of course we're doing this, but you know, this just happened. I was just thinking about Farida Khanum. And that blew my mind.
And you're glowing.
Oh my God.
As the millennials would say, you're vibing. You know, it's so the person who got me onto this entire healing and meditation and you know all of this Sufi process is the love of my life, Irfan Kiani Lala, Adika's brother.
I've recently heard good things about him from some other gentleman.
Yeah, he got me onto this, and chances are that I'll start talking about him, and he will call. And this has happened many times.
Oh wow!
And his mother is another superhuman.
Oh, amazing.
So if I'm having a bad day, there is no bad day. You make it bad. If I'm having if I'm low or if I'm not being really positive. This has happened so many times. So sorry. Money, rich people always talk money. So his mother would wake up. This has happened a couple of times. And I'm not. And when I discuss this, I know that you will understand. Out of all the people that I know, there are 2-3 people that I can talk to. She would wake up in the morning and she just call Lala. It's like, Lala, call Raju. Why? He's not okay.
Amazing.
And he would call me, hello, तुम्हारी माँ कह रही है तुम्हारा मूड ठीक नहीं है. I was like, yeah, mood तो ठीक नहीं है. And this is all. And every time I think of him, every time I think of anyone, this is happening more and more now, like almost on a daily basis. That where is Aabroo? Aabroo will text, yeah, what's up? Let's meet. Like, okay. So it's तो वो जाके आपकी एनर्जी लगती है उस इंसान को, तो वो कहता है जाओ उसे कॉल करो. So I think it's really I don't regret it, but I wish कि ये
पहले
20 साल की उम्र में हो गया.
अभी मैं आपसे कहने लगी थी, how come this didn't happen earlier, man?
हाँ, बट वो ऐसा ही है कि उस नबूवत भी 40 में आई थी. तो आई थिंक कोई सर्टन विजडम या ज्ञान आता है 40 के बाद आना शुरू होता है, और फिर वो अपनी एक शेप लेता है. और ये प्रोसेस है.
And you get things when you need them.
Yes, and
we need them now.
There's a time for everything. And वो लोग अक्सर कहते हैं कि अच्छा अब उम्र बढ़ रही है ना तो अब रिलीजियस होना शुरू हो गए. No, I think he starts talking to you more often. And hello, so one of
ये
these
भी है
days,
जिंदगी का हिस्सा.
one of these days you're going to come to me. So at least prepare yourself that I can talk to you. So I think it's that, and it's beautiful. काफी लोग हमारे यहाँ जजमेंटल हैं तो वो कहते हैं कि हिपोक्रेट हो गए ये वो. It's like no, it's just that you change.
Absolutely.
People change.
And that is something very actually हम उस judgment की वजह से ना, we don't try calming down or even trying, let's say, to look into ourselves because of the fear of judgment. Because if we do start looking into ourselves, talking to ourselves, discover who we really are, that will change you. And then people will say, ये तुम्हें क्या हो गया? अब तो ये वैसा नहीं रहा या वैसी नहीं रही. I mean, because they identify with you only as Sohail Javed, director.
Yes.
आप सिर्फ डायरेक्टर हैं, आप ये काम बस आप सोहेल भाई को फोन करेंगे और ये बस शूट होगा. और कोई पर्सनालिटी नहीं है आपकी.
Entertainment people are they party. And they just party like mad. It's like no. So every time my boys come to my room, there's a very large team that is going back today. If I'm not shooting and if I'm not at a friend's house eating ghar ka khana, I'm in my room and my door's unlocked. And they just knock and come in. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, in my room. Like, doing what? It's like, reading, listening to music. And they even people from my team are like, why don't you go out and party? Like, no, it's not bad. You should party. Anyone who wants to party should party. I don't want to do that. I want to be on my own and talk to myself more often. So that's. I think अभी मैं एक आध साल पहले मैंने बड़ा अच्छा एक शेर या वो एक मिसरा था गुलजार साहब का. कौन सीखता है सिर्फ बातों से, हर किसी को एक हादसा जरूरी है. So जब आप ये कहते हैं ना, like mine, I mean I was completely dependent on the mother of my kids. Completely, like, and lazy as hell.
I've seen you.
हाँ, पानी पिला दो, खाना खिला दो, ये दिला दो, ये दिला दो. मुझे लोग बोलते थे मुंह भी सुबह यही धुलवाती है क्या? नहीं.
I witnessed that in New York, and I was I did not know that side of you, and I was
completely dependent on her because she when we were together, she used to at times when she was pissed off, she used to say, "I'm not your mother." It's like, well, I mean, you've spent more time with me than my late mother. I mean, I spent like 19-20 years with my mom, and I spent like 21-22 years with you. So I'm sorry, you are my mother. So it's like, no, I'm not your mother for a badly behaved man. Like, okay. So I used to tell myself that I am completely dependent on her. And I think in order to sort of teach me, no, you're not. You need to fix your things. So I used to think that if ever our marriage ends, this will be the end of me. And that's exactly how I thought when the entire process was like that. My marriage ended, and I was like, okay, now I'm going to die in like 3 months. That's it. But then, he teaches you that no, I made you better than this. You're going to rise and just continue. And that is just, that's great. I mean, I never thought I would survive. There are people that some closest of my friends. There's a friend of mine very long time back. He passed away. He was a heart surgeon who had a heart attack and just passed away. And it's not tragic. Even like in his mid-40s. And he was, वो जैसे कहते हैं ना महफिल की जान. He just left one day. Like I got a call. It's like Khalid Chaudhary passed away.
Oh God.
Like how? It's like he went to the hospital. He was prepping for a surgery. He went to the loo, had a heart attack, just fell flat, finished. And वो दिन मुझे समझ आ गया कि अच्छा ऐसा होगा बार बार और भी जिंदगी में ऐसा होगा. आपको ऐसी चीजें करनी पड़ेंगी. So my father passed away 5 hours before my feature film was going to start. 5 hours before that. Like I'm talking to my team, I'm in my bed, all the boys and girls are around my bed. I'm saying, okay, it's 11 o'clock, go sleep. I'll see you guys at 5 o'clock. Tomorrow is the first day of the film. And my stepmom calls. And she's like, your father's gone. I was like, what? Yeah, are you crazy? Talk to the doctor. You must be, having a problem. Because he was unwell. And I hung up on her.
Oh my gosh.
Because my system told me that she might be right. Yeah. And I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah. Denial.
And then I was like, and I got up and I started walking around the house. I was like, okay, okay, I don't know what's going on. And then I called her again. I was like, yeah, what's the doctor saying? And she's like, beta, your dad is gone. I was like, okay. I'm thinking. I hang up. I was like, okay, I'm coming. I hang up and I call Faisal Qureshi. He was the producer and he is the producer and the lead in the film. It's like, Faisal. And this is exactly what I said. I was like, Faisal, I think my dad passed away.
Oh gosh.
It's like, okay. But maybe I'll continue shooting.
Oh God.
It's like, are you out of your mind? You go to Lahore. I could not process that information.
Yeah.
The way to place it.
Yeah.
And then I woke up my sisters and I came here. I did not cry. Like, not even a tear. I was like this. Because I have 4 sisters. 2 flying in from England. 2 I had to wake up who are super anxious all the time. Like if I call them right now and say, yeah, I'm not. What's wrong with you? What do you do? I just have flu. Okay, you come home type. Like neurotic completely.
And you had to.
I had to wake them up. I had to tell their kids, wake your mother up, give her some water, and then I'll talk to her. And I told them, Aabroo is like not okay. And we got on the flight and I told my sisters like he's gone. And yeah, that's the 1.5 hour to Lahore was like nightmare from Karachi. And for the entire week I was at my dad's place. I did not say a word. I was just nobody was talking to me. It was like they thought that I'm going to explode. So if you know, anyone would come. It's like, hi. He's like, what? Should we serve the food? Yes. Then I came home, rested for a day or two. I shot for 16 days. Started the film. Shot for 16 days. Packed up the spell. Packed my bags. Flew to Bangkok and cried for 3 days. In my hotel room. Did not get out at all. Just in my room and completely
broke down.
Flushed my system. It's like, okay. And yeah, because I had, that's another thing. It's the beauty. A lot of people say, sometimes you don't have a choice. You've got to be strong. That's the most beautiful thing. Your entire family is breaking down and you're the one holding it together. Because I had to. 4 sisters, they're all looking up to me. What if I'm sitting in a corner crying? So wo aapko big boy, and I'm the youngest. Aapko big boy image banani padti hai कि no, I'll deal with everything. And yeah, and so I'm scared of blood. You know, I don't want to see blood. My own blood, I don't have a problem. But if you have a cut on your hand, I will freak out. Not anymore. My father's body was the first body that I, you know, gave ghusl to. The moment I did that, all the fears went away. To date, I am scared of nothing. Because that's I touched his body and it's like, this is it. This is the final truth.
Yeah.
And that's it. I was like, okay, fine. And I made my son do it. It's like, come do it with me.
Yeah.
So you know what you need to do. When the time comes, this is it. So, and he was strong, mashallah. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. Also trying to be cool. Anyways, what's the fun stuff? What's the gossip? Tell me. I've spoken a lot about death and everything.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it real, man. Gossip करके क्या करना है आपने?
No, I want to talk about
lighter things.
New music and how music is doing really, really good and meaningful stuff coming out and rap taking over Pakistan, wrapping it up
and
in a plastic wrap.
And you know the real lyrics, heavy, इतने heavy के they touch you.
Like
बहुत मजेदार.
मेरा swag मुझे जीने ना दे. Yeah.
और उसको लूप में चला दिया.
हाँ, जीने ना दे. आज blue है पानी and that's it. That's अच्छा, okay. And what's the verse like? That's the verse also. और क्यों है सानी. I thank God we had YouTube, but I have my daughter gave me a really nice account of Spotify 2 years ago. So I'm just listening to all sorts of old music. I'm so happy. There are hundreds of playlists.
I know.
You can just jump into anything from Led Zeppelin to Pink Floyd to anything. 2 days ago, our common friend Hasan Qureshi, he asked, anyone remembers Harem Scarum? And I got the entire playlist, 90s ka glam rock band. It's amazing. I think old, I don't want to, do we sound old?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
we sound exactly like my dad did.
No, I'm just listening to I'm a Beg and that's it. That's all I like.
But I love it, man. I love the fact, मैं अपने gratitude journal में लिखती हूँ. I'm grateful for the music in my life.
Absolutely. It's the best thing. It's the best thing. और अगर अब मैं इसको अगर सवाल जवाब करूंगा ना तो ये फिर एक controversial
वो छोड़ दे, वो हो चाहे controversial. This is how we feel. We're not saying कि हम सही हैं या गलत.
अगर ये बुरी चीज होती तो ये इतनी खूबसूरत कैसे बनाई अल्लाह ने?
भाई सही और गलत अल्लाह के हाथ में. अल्लाह हमें उसकी सजा दे दे, जजा दे दे, whatever.
And you are healing people with music.
It's maddening. I could not, like my Jafar says to me ना कि you're like तुम्हारा soundtrack मेरे साथ जा रहा है. मेरी जेब में सेल फोन में लगा होता है म्यूजिक और मैं
he's
like what is this music
clipped onto my pants. उसमें म्यूजिक like and दूर से आवाज आती है तो my assistants know he's coming. गाने चलते हुए आ रहे हैं. It's just it's so good. Music is amazing and it's the best thing. आप बीमार हो, आपको डाउनर हुआ हो, आपने instant कॉफी की तरह रोना हो कि जल्दी से रो लूं दफ्तर जाने से पहले ताकि सिस्टम क्लीन हो जाए. कोई गाना आप लगाएं ठाक साफ. And especially in the last, we've been shooting for 40 days in Lahore now. So obviously I do miss Karachi and going back home is important at times. Music, आप रात से वापस आ रहे हैं, गाड़ी में म्यूजिक लगा हुआ है, आप आराम से जा रहे हैं. And yeah, it's amazing. I think Pakistan is doing a lot of music. A lot of people are making good stuff. Atif's doing some really good stuff. I really like the new pop drift that he's taken. Essen Pervez. We have the project that I'm doing there. Abhi, it's called Wonderland. I have 5 new songs in it, and we've tried everything, from like ballads to like disco to everything. So really,
What is this Wonderland?
This is my project. I'm doing a project. It's called Wonderland. It's about a guy. There's a new channel coming out. I produced it for them, produced and did the story. Rida Bilal wrote it for me. She's a wonderful writer. She's the third person I would want in the backseat, because you will love talking to her. It's similar crazy.
Oh.
And it's about a guy who wants to make a film in this industry, and it's just the kind of his journey of what kind of challenges he faces and all of that.
So is it a film or a series?
It's a series. It's a 13-part series, but it's also a musical. Like we're in a scene, and suddenly we break into a song. And so I'm really really happy with it. It's a very, very, after so many years, one of the most fulfilling feeling. I'm really happy. Everyone's really happy. My team, we packed up last night, and some strange, I'm sure that happens on other sets too. My team was crying, like we don't want to go, because it was fun. Apparently they tell me I make it fun with all my yelling and chikhna and dhamkiyan. It's like, I'm gonna send you back to Karachi, you'll never work again. So, but yeah, it was just because so one day I took off for like a couple of hours. I didn't go to set. They were doing some B-roll, and I just had to take care of something personal. I got messages. Why aren't you on set?
Oh,
from everyone. It's like आपका scene है, एक vibe है आपकी. वो जो चीखना चिल्लाना और वो जो गुंडा करती है ना सेट पे आके, क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? Where's my breakfast? What's happening? So it's like वो बड़ा scene है. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and Fahad Sheikh is my hero, who's again one of the. You need to meet him. You know the discussion we had a couple of days back about how lovely actors are, and hardworking and committed and on time and never misbehave and
talented. Extremely
obviously
talented.
more than anything. You need to meet, and you need to perhaps work with Fahad Sheikh, and you need to now. I'm sure you worked with her, but you need to now work with Hajra Yamin again. She is. I've really seen a female actress with that kind of energy and positivity and attitude. And
wow.
Like she just submitted herself, surrendered completely. Her character was like she was wearing chappals and 200 rupees.
खुल के acting की.
She comes to work.
Wow.
वो लोग नहीं होते जो सुबह काम करने आए होते हैं कि क्या करना है, अच्छा इसको मैं ऐसे कर लूँ, हाँ, why not. I wrote a scene for 4 minutes, and there are no long scenes in this. So normally drama scenes are very long, they're 13-14 minute long, and there's a lot of
dialogue.
Salim, there's a lot of that. So my scenes are generally 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and I've kept it very fast paced, and longest scene is about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So we did a scene, it was a romantic scene where he kind of tells her that he likes her, but they can't be together because there's some technical issue in that. For some odd reason, and I don't like long scenes. I find them too dramatic, too television actually. Not dramatic, but television. Boring. It's just the same thing. It's like, hey, I don't want to talk to you, and that's it. That's the end of the scene. It took us 8.5 minutes. It's like, if we cut the scene, editing wise, and we're kind of offline editing on the go. We have a guy who does it on set, and it's like, boss, this is if you really push it, this is a 5-minute scene. Otherwise, this is an 8.5 minute scene. Because that's how good they've done it.
But did you write it for, was there enough content there? Yeah, were they improv? What were they doing?
Yeah, there was improv, and the way they sort of, acting is all about reaction.
Yeah.
If your actor you're working with is a superstar, chances are your scene will be done in 30 seconds because he or she just wants to get out of it. Adra and Fahad just, is it like, can we do this?
Naturally.
Like the way we want to do it? Like, sure, I'm watching. I'm sitting, and it's cold. We're on the 5th floor of Cuckoo's Cafe.
Oh man.
And it's one of the coldest day in January. Everyone's freezing. I'm wearing a fur jacket. I was like, okay, sure, why not? And because my continuities are from summers, imagine what they are wearing. They're wearing t-shirts.
Was it a night shot?
It was a night shot.
Okay, because how were you otherwise, blanketing the fog and everything? Oh my God, that's worse.
So they are they're on a rooftop in t-shirts. So they did that scene for 8.5 minutes, and then I was like, the best part was like, it's really nice. You want to do it again? It's like, sure. Yeah, we could try. But yeah, so we're really excited about this project. We're doing another project which is about a social issue, and then we're doing something really mad. But we're going to work together.
Yes, we are.
I've already started thinking about it. A very Reservoir Dogs type.
Yes, please.
Kind of thing. These, because you don't know, there are shows that sort of. Any problem?
It says camera battery low. Of course it does. हम सिर्फ सबसे बड़े डायरेक्टर के साथ बैठे हैं.
Oh, come on. सिर्फ सबसे बड़े. सिर्फ.
There it is. We are back. It's powering up.
Hero 3. So so I'm definitely, I mean, it's, that's why people sort of connect. I mean, I could have thought about something else, but it's strange that you mentioned that we should do something like this. And I'm like, yes, why not? My only question is that there's this show that came out on one of the OTT platforms. It was a Pakistani show. I don't remember the name, but it was about women who are like, I don't know, they're spying on their husband or something like that. And then there's another one coming now, which is again about women. So I'm all for women empowerment and all of that stuff.
That's not it. I mean, this is
highly fictionalized violence.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for some Kill Bill kind of stuff. That's the right reference.
That's the reference.
I want to make like a Kill Bill kind of show. So yeah, we could try.
So it's not like nobody's saying fill it up with women. I just feel that there's it's not natural to only show, like, in fact, even if it's natural, yes, because in the real world, gangsters are men or whatever. But
women are gangsters.
Why not?
My daughter is a gangster. I call her a gangster actually.
Wait though.
Because she was.
So why can't we? Like, at least in film where you are making up a story. So make up stuff where you can, engage your
I want to know
amazing
that
women
if it's
actors.
a high-speed car chase and women, because people react differently to different situations.
Right.
So if you just robbed a bank, and one of your team members been shot,
right,
and you're in a high-speed car chase, and all of these people are like men. What if you switch and these are women? They've robbed a bank.
Sure, throw in a few men as well. Like I said, whatever, it can be done. Don't women drive cars? Aren't women thieves?
All the typical sort of ideas that women are horrible drivers.
Come on!
And there's a woman driving that car.
Come on. Ye na kare.
Women are not good with guns.
I know. Oh, come on.
Like an anti of that army show that is on TV. It's called Sinf-e-Ahan. So there's like women in the army, which is fabulous. So great. Yeah, women can do. I feel a woman can do whatever she wants. But there are no rules that you can't work at a gas station. So what if you rob a bank and there's a gunman, there's a wheel woman who drives, like what was that Hollywood movie, Baby Driver?
Oh.
Like a Baby Driver kind of thing, and it all goes to hell. It's just a like a disastrous robbery.
Yeah.
It just goes wrong.
क्यों सोच रहे disaster? पहले वो अच्छा वाला भी तो बना ले.
Because
a nice
because
heist.
women, they Johnny wants to go. We realized that we don't want to go on the ramp, and Johnny wanted to go up. Anyways, so yeah, no, because I'm not going to discuss this on camera because now I have an idea. Because one of them finds out that the team member, she is probably having an affair with her husband.
Chalo.
And she's like,
so she's watching it up.
So now I'm like, I'm going to take everyone to hell just because of this woman. So why is she having an affair with my husband? So I think it
sure.
could be, yeah.
ठीक
It
है.
is a typical saas bahur.
फौरन आपने pettiness डाल दी स्क्रिप्ट में. मत करें.
No, okay, no. अच्छा, you want them to be grand.
Make it, yeah, भाई क्यों नहीं? Why
I've
can't
heard
there
this
be?
is the best cinema in Pakistan.
Is it?
That's what I've been told. I was supposed
It's
to go
nice.
here tonight, but the film got cancelled because they put a ban on Javed Iqbal.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's about that guy.
I know, but why did they put a ban on it? Okay, is it too
It's
real
gruesome.
for them?
Yeah, it's too real. It's too hard hitting for them. So I think that was the issue. So yeah. So okay. So I'm on it now. I'm
I'm in.
On camera. I have your word that I'm working on it, and then you got to do lines. You got to like.
You gotta teach me that.
Oh, God.
So आपने I learned before.
I have to tell you a
practice.
joke. So every time we have a weak actor on set, I look at one of my assistants and say, "Hey, training institute." As like, "Gee, boss, gee, I understand." So it's like this is always like.
That's code. It's hardly a code, by the way. I would pick it up.
No.
instantly.
I talk to my assistant. I never tell the actor that hello, you're. Just
Yeah, now you're on camera. Now everybody will know.
I just
this is
tell
what you do.
Everyone knows that. Everyone on set, my hero knows that every time he said, "Hey, training institute," it's like, "मैं करा रहा हूँ." It's like, yeah. I mean, I could. I don't know anything myself. I'm still learning. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know good from bad, and I don't want to be bad. So
If I knew good from bad, I would be somewhere else in life. I've jumped into all sorts of bad in my life. I'm the king of bad. I'm like the main resource of bad. But yeah, but we're doing this, and I'm really like I want to like really shock people because I think, oh wow, the time we were in New York. This can be our tribute to. So one birthday you spent with me.
Yeah.
Right? I think the birthday in 11 or something like that. Or maybe the next day. I don't know. There was a birthday at my apartment. And then I think the next birthday or maybe 2 days later. Yeah, I think 2 days later. You've seen that picture. I met Tarantino in New York. He was in the same restaurant in Soho.
Oh my God.
It's like right behind me. And then
Your eyes met.
No, my kids did not know who Tarantino is, and obviously their mother didn't know who Tarantino is. And I'm like, and I looked at him and was like, hi, and he was really rude. He was like, yeah, man, hi, I'm eating, man, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, fine, but it's still Tarantino, and he was right. It was his personal time. And then this is an Italian restaurant. Near McDougal Street, where Kathi Roll is and all of that. I still remember. And then they brought me a piece of cake, and my kids started singing "Happy Birthday." He turned around, it's like, "I'm so sorry. It's your birthday. I'm so sorry. Come on, join me." It's like,
what?
It's like, what? I sat with him, and then we got done with our dinner. We were leaving. It's like, hey, you don't want a picture? It's like, I do. I just didn't want to be. No, let's get a picture. Come on, let's do a picture. And it's like, what do you do, man? It's like, I'm a filmmaker. Wow. It's like, what do you make? It's like, I make music videos. Music videos are cool. You should make a film. And I'm here in New York. Just find me somewhere and we'll talk. It's like, this is the best birthday gift ever. It's like Tarantino. So this could be our tribute to Tarantino. I'm really excited now. I just have to think of a really, like, I would show some real gore, like some knives and stuff, like, chop the head off and ungli kaat di.
हाँ तो क्या है कर सकते हम.
I don't know if people accept that. It's like we have all these disclaimers happening now. तंबाकू नोशी सेहत के लिए तो obviously तंबाकू नोशी सेहत के लिए बुरी है. But you know.
Obviously, you're not supposed to murder someone.
Yeah, obviously. You're not supposed to carry a knife to a restaurant. And yeah, but I want to do stuff like that.
We can worry about all the, censoring and legalities later. Let's just make it first.
No, what if I shoot like a really nice sequence and they, the censor says, no, this cannot go on here. There goes my sequence. It's dead now because you took out what you call the money shot. Where I put a knife in his wrist.
नहीं हो जाएगा.
ठीक, done.
हो जाएगा.
We have a deal now.
I'm gonna, if I'm on camera, अगर तो आप ले रहे हैं.
No.
Then I train myself.
You're the reason I'm making this.
बस मैं कुछ
I'm
MMA.
very happy making love stories. This is another kind of love story. If you remember Tony. We spoke about Tony Scott the other day.
Yeah.
The late Tony Scott. He made a film called Spy Games. If you remember, with Robert Redford, Brad Pitt, and this British actress, I don't remember her name. It is a spy thriller, but I feel it is the biggest and the best love story ever made.
Oh, it was woven in so gently.
Yeah, it was a love. Everyone thinks it was an action film. It was not. It was a love story of how he loves this woman and he would do anything for her, and even get her out of a Chinese prison. That's the kind of love I'm talking about.
But we'll make the thing that you want to make, na? The kind of stuff that. So वो कुछ चीजें now that we can do stuff that we want to do.
Yes, and do
That's
you want
important.
to Okay, so I'm thinking that it shouldn't be too spread out.
नहीं बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
Where you're locked up in a room, you're stuck in a car, you're stuck in a lift kind of situation. 6-parter, 20 minutes, there you go. I'm ready.
Do it.
See, I think in sort of frequency and episodes and all. So I'm not looking for one sort of main film or something. I'm saying like a series.
Let's do it.
What happens next? Who will get murdered or shot or whatever? But it's one situation that continues for 6 weeks, 20 minutes each.
I am in.
Okay, great. We have a deal now. Is there a contract or?
Your word. My word.
Do you need a vanity van?
देखिए वो तो those are
2
given.
vanity vans, one for you, one for your dog.
बिल्कुल. वो those are given things. आपने those are
I can't stop laughing.
I'll talk to your assistant about all of the stuff that I need.
Yes. Do you need peach scented towels and?
Yes, please. And
Okay.
don't forget the slippers.
Yes. And do you need little flowers on the slippers?
Yes,
or?
and I need 2 assistants. One for my bag.
And one for the bag
just
that you don't have.
Just for my cell phone.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And cell phone, just cell phone or the charger also?
The charger the girl will carry. The one with the bag.
Oh, so you want a boy and a girl?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So basically the purpose of this interview was to lock this project.
Absolutely.
So this was a matlabi interview.
दुनिया बहुत मतलबी है.
है ना? I love
Why
this.
did you think it was otherwise?
But I think this is the most meaningful chat that I've had in the last 3 days. Because I've had a lot of chats in Lahore.
यार अब आप थोड़ा सा टाइम एक्सपैंड कर देते 3 दिन.
3 years. No, this is great. I'm really happy that we spoke after a long time, and we didn't have to make an effort.
That's the whole point, and that's just, yeah. You don't know this. ये actually में मतलबी है ये, because I am doing this for myself.
Okay.
अब मैं ये बंद करूँगी, and the whole day I will be smiling.
Which is great.
Because I'll feel good. Oh my God, I heard new things. I was with him. Your energy, and that's just gonna be like amazing.
Make something out of this, so we enjoy, and then we do more. Because I used to do a show called Meet Up with Sohail Javed. I'm gonna start it again. It's something else.
आपने उसकी कितने पूरा कुछ season?
I did like 30 episodes.
Yeah.
Like that. I did 30 episodes.
And I remember the trailers and bits that I saw. You're always laughing and smiling. I was like, इतना मजा कर रहे हैं. And he's talking to his friends and the people in the art community, and film community was...
We didn't have a questionnaire.
Yeah.
And it was very current and it was very real and it was not long. It was not, I believe interviews should be not more than 20 minutes maybe. That's about it.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be an interview. It should be a chit chat.
No, don't say that because we've spoken now for an hour 5 minutes and I want to just...
we had the content and that's my future car. Anyway, we had the content.
Oh, वो मेरा driver वहाँ पर रख...
okay. But when you don't have, because I was obviously doing an entertainment sort of work-based thing. So you can't talk about dal chawal and what color you like and bibi ka naam kya hai and all of that. We can't do that, We talk about trade and craft.
Yeah.
So, but this was more about life and life is important.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. मैं इसमें hardly कुछ edit करूँगी.
No, it's great. I don't, I'm glad that I didn't say right at the end I did that. I saved it like this is the cherry on the top. I saved the
don't think he can't.
I can do that, yeah. Well, best is अभी जो famous है वो यही है. Even the actors are like waiting ke when will he call us? It's like, hey,
they miss it.
Come, sit. It's really bad. I think the directors should not do that, but I think I love them and they love me.
Well, you spend so much time doing on set with somebody and we're trying to get something done. Of course, there will be moments of frustration. Of course.
That's where this comes in.
Oh, to keep you calm?
No, I just go off. Yeah. See you. Okay, good. Record. So this is the outro. You start and I'll wrap it up.
As usual, in this episode as well, the camera, cable and battery has died because we spoke too much and we recorded too much. But ladies and gentlemen, Sohail Javed, and हमने कोई काम की बात नहीं की, काम के बारे में बात नहीं की, लेकिन काम की बातें की हमने.
Yeah. Business नहीं हुआ कोई भी. In this episode, you will find only chit-chat that came from the heart and not even from the mind. वही important है. आपका mind भी actually आपका heart ही है. But this was, I'm really happy that we did this. It's last minute, but I'm really, really happy that
Thank you for taking time.
Glad as ever.
I love the fact that I still can't get over it कि हमने कुछ touch of red पहना है, आपने a bit more than me, but
like I said, triplets. I'm sure when you go back, Maram will be wearing a red cap. Hi, how you doing? So that's that. But thank you so much.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super.
I wish I had recorded you walking past the car. That was classic.
You could do that now. Just fake it. It's like I'll just cross. It's like hello, come here. It's like okay. We can fake it if you want. You want to?
No.
Okay, good. I'm off then.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Unlock me. Release me from this pod.
Mic तो दे दे sir.
हाँ. There you go.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. I'm gonna go and throw myself in accounts again.